Hello Virgo, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If Virgo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Virgo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. All right. Two of Wands. I feel like we've had the Two of Wands for you recently. This is the card of Dominion, and I apologize for my voice. We're under the weather. My voice is not good today. I apologize. You're somebody that likes to be right, okay? And I know that sounds like an insult, but it's not. You like to be right because you have this attitude of almost like you're always trying to learn and grow. And so if you can be right about something, then it sort of confirms that like you understand it. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think it's just about like, it's about like technical stuff, like practical things. You know, you like to know like stuff about animals or plants or how to fix something or the way a system works or something technical. Like you like to have the right answer because then it says, okay, cool, I understand that system, you know. I feel like people always go to you for help. Yeah, that people see you as someone who does know everything. And if I've got an issue, if I don't understand something, if I need something, I can go ask Virgo. So I feel like you got a lot of people that are drawing on your energy. And I kind of see the Two of Wands as a bit of a stop sign. Yeah. I feel like you like it to a point. Eventually, there needs to be a line drawn, right? Because you want people to rely on you. You want people to come to you for solutions because, again, it kind of means like, all right, well, you know, the confidence that I have in myself, other people have that confidence in me too, and so it's sort of a double validation, you know. We got to see where this card's going. All right, let's see what we're doing with this sort of stop sign. Yeah. We've got a Sun card, got an 8 of Cups, a 10 of Cups, a Prince of Pentacles, and an 8 of Wands. Okay. All right. The Emperor, very nice. The Empress. Aha. Yes, okay. Very interesting. Through the combination of the Emperor and the Empress, what do we get? The Sun. We get the Star, right? The Star. Here's a 4 of Cups and finally an Ace of Pentacles. This is a lot of interesting energy here today. Yeah, wow. I feel like this is how you see yourself. This is how others see you. Okay? So let's keep that in mind as we go through these cards. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor, infinite and unknown. Look at that. Look at what the volunteer card. Oh my gosh. Volunteered Empress energy. It just fell out. Volunteer. Look at that. Mystery card is this one. We'll put here, and we'll put Mr. Dao, the yin yang deck, right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the end. We know it's not going to be an Empress, obviously. But it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction for that card, put it in the comments down below. All right, let's do it together. Let's practice our intuition. Again, just bear with the voice. I know it's sounds terrible today. My wife and I, we have a 4-year-old daughter. She just started her 2nd year of preschool. She's been there a week, and then we're sick, So we're getting through it. I got cough drops. We'll be okay. All right. Let's take a look around the room here. And also, excuse me if I hit the cough button several times today. For major arcana, we have the Sun. We have an emphasized Empress, a double Empress. And we've got our Emperor energy. Okay. So I feel like as much as you feel as if you are the Emperor, you feel like you are in charge of your life. You've got this autonomy, this sovereignty, this agency in your life. You make the decisions. You know how to fix things. You know the right thing to do in every situation. I think other people in your life right now see you as a resource, honestly. It's the Empress card. It's kind of the one that is sort of providing what everybody needs. Okay? And it might be that you're literally taking care of people. Maybe you're a caregiver. Maybe you you could work in hospitality, food service, or the medical field, something like this. Where you're sort of, you're responsible for the comfort of other people. Okay? Could just be that you're a parent. It could be that you're kind of looked on as a caregiver by people around you, and I don't know, I hate to feel it this way, but it almost seems as if you're sort of the open wallet. I feel like people are asking you for money. People are asking you for things, asking you for favors, okay? And maybe that's where the stop sign comes in. Maybe that's where it's just like, enough. I'm turning off the tap. Sometimes the Emperor has to make those executive decisions that just says, stop it, But I like the Sun card here because to me the Sun is sort of a result of Emperor and Empress combined is creating a unique perspective. Let's say this is the Emperor is the one who doesn't want to spend a dime, and then the Empress is out there, spending all the money, right? It's sort of a giving, and this is a taking. This is keeping for ourselves, and this is let's help everybody. Let's be generous in the environment, right? It's the fecundity of the environment. Kind of the more we spread around all the energy, the more it's going to come back to us. Whereas the Emperor says, no, the more we sort of invest in ourselves, the stronger we will become, right? And I wonder if the Sun card is kind of a way in between, the result of both of those attitudes, giving you this higher perspective. So what we really need right now, your spiritual work right now, is to understand who you feel you are on the inside and who you are on the outside, and how you can get the clarity of that perspective to be able to see not only the bigger picture of your own life, but past lives and future lives. The Sun can see it all. Okay, I think you're somebody that does have, or is getting some information about past lives. That might not be anything that you're consciously doing, but maybe memories, dreams, something like this. But I feel that there are a lot of, there's some past life energy coming through for you, okay? And I wonder if that's maybe where some of this Emperor energy comes from. Yeah. Maybe this was a position of leadership in a past life. Or maybe alternatively, maybe the past life information coming for you is related to the Empress. Maybe that's why people see you that way, even though you don't see yourself that way. Yeah. Maybe you were this Empress energy in a past life. Maybe you were a a caregiver in a past life. Maybe you are now. Maybe it's something that, maybe it's a continual cycle of karma that you're working through. Interesting energy with these major arcana. We do have our fire energy. We've got our water energy. We don't have any air energy, and then we've got our earth cards. So no air, right? No air energy at all. And maybe that's why we have big empress, little empress, right? Because it's sort of like present life, past life. Maybe it's, past, present, and future life. Okay? Maybe this is a cycle of karma that you're going to be on until you figure out what the lesson is. And maybe this stop sign is saying stop and look around. Right? Look everywhere. This is the card of health and wealth, of success, of confidence, of your true self, conscious and unconscious mind combined. This is also the card of clarity, right? There are no shadows that can hide. And the sun's not what creates the shadows. It's the obstacles in the way of the light that create the shadows, right? The sun's just doing its thing. But those obstacles, those karmic knots, those buttons in you that get pushed, those are the blockages that the light is going to make us aware of those. Okay. So I think that this card in a big way is for you to look within yourself. Take a good look at you. Okay. And maybe understand how we see ourselves and how other people see us. Now, I'm confused with the Emperor-Empress energy, because I sort of sometimes feel it should be this way. It sometimes feels as if you're projecting this Emperor energy out into the world, but really you feel like the Empress. But then I feel like maybe you're projecting the Empress out into the world, but you really feel like the Emperor. Excuse me, sorry about that. With the Eight of Cups down beneath the surface, I know that there's this almost a pessimism about things right now, where it feels like something's just not right. There's a gut feeling that something's off. Okay? It's kind of like when you're in the fridge and you're gonna look at that, I don't know, you're gonna pull that leftover out of the fridge and you can smell it. Seems off, right? Best bet is to throw it away. All right? But we're not talking about food here. We're talking about relationships mostly. Yeah. I think you're becoming aware that someone is taking advantage of you. Okay. And I don't know who it is. I don't know if it is, it could be this Taurus energy, the Prince of Pentacles we see up here. But very often the person that we're talking about shows up here in the position of the environment. For some of you, it might be an older female energy that's in your life that you're becoming aware is taking advantage of your good nature. Taking advantage of the resource that you are to the world. Okay. And with the dynamics here, the dynamics are what's interesting, because it may feel as if, no, you're in control of the situation, but the other person may feel like, oh, this person, every time I ask, they're giving. But you have this emperor attitude that's, no, I'm the one in control. And so it's a weird dynamic where the other person feels like anytime they ask, you're providing, right? So there's this growing awareness that something's off. Something smells kind of fishy here. Okay. We have a Ten of Cups in the background. And this is a fullness. This is a life that is full of love and bliss. This is the dream come true life, right? I feel like you're the type of person that when you feel happy, you can't help but want to share your happiness with other people, right? So maybe this was a big win for you. Maybe this was a big a big celebration in your life, a big, huge accomplishment in your life. You're living the dream. You've accomplished your dream. And you want to share it with other people. You want other people to be happy for you, to celebrate with you. And indeed, I think they do. I think there's one person that wants to keep the party going, wants to continue celebrating with you on your dime. Yeah. Because I feel that this is, you have a very, pure motivation. Yeah. That you do want to share your life with other people. And you have no problem giving and being generous and providing for other people if they ask you for something. Yes, of course, take the shirt right off my back. But, excuse me one second. Okay, I'm back. There's a point where you realize that this person's not celebrating with you anymore, but now they've just sort of found this resource, that just keeps on giving, And so I feel like they're trying to just stay close to you and feed you sort of what they think you want, so that you'll keep that energy flowing, whatever it is, right? Feels like money to me, but it doesn't have to be money. What it feels like to me is that this is your dream come true, okay? And then this is the aftermath of it. This is what you've got to be aware of as your dream is coming true, okay? I feel with the Prince of Pentacles at the top of the path of the dove here, that you are the hard worker. I feel that you're the builder. This is the card of the builder. Okay. And this is, between these two, it's saying that if you dream it, you build it, it's yours. You're achieving this. And you have this instinct, yes, to provide for others, to give to others, to be generous. I feel as if a lot of this generosity, I don't quite know how to say this in the right way, but it feels as if the success itself has inspired you to want to sort of show it off to other people. To be generous, because it feels good to be in the position that you are. It feels good to be the one that can take care of things. You want to be right. You want to be the one that can do it. Okay? And that's such a complex energy. Because it is very generous, right? Very loving, very giving. And it's a little bit of ego too. Okay, we'll just be honest. But this is your thing. You've done this. You've built this. You should be able to do what you want with it, right? And indeed, you will. But I feel like there's a point where it says, okay, enough is enough. Two of Wands. We're going to put a stop to things. This is enough. And then once you close the tap, once you put a stop to something, you're going to see the energies sort of go frantic in front of you. Okay? It's kind of like, I don't know where you are, but where we live on our lawn and in the driveway and stuff, we see these little not ant hills, but like where the ants have come up through the ground. And so there's just a little hole and a little bit of dirt around it. And that's where the ants are coming out. It's not the ant hill, but it's like one of their escape hatches or whatever, right? And when there's a lot of ants around, sometimes one or other of us will walk by and will accidentally step on that little hole and cover it up with dirt. And then, if you look, all the ants start going crazy. Because you've broken the chain of their command, the scent or whatever it is that kind of sort of keeps them all connected. You've broken that invisible line, And so all the ants that are outside the hole just start going crazy, just hectic, all over the place, right? Just wild, frantic. And I feel that's what's happening around you right now. With this dream coming true, you're in such an amazing place in your life. Yeah. But as soon as you sort of stop giving it to everybody else, and you sort of shut things down for the time being, you're going to see a huge rebellion from people around you. And it's going to be odd. It's going to be strange. It's going to be people saying things about you that aren't true. It's going to be people giving you a cold shoulder. It's going to be people, sort of actively like working against you. It's going to be people that just give you a dirty look when you're around them. All because you've sort of stopped the flow of that generous energy toward them. I think it's money, but, it's not just money, it's other things too. Maybe, I don't know, any kind of resource. Maybe borrowing the car, maybe using your house for a gathering. Maybe it's, using your tools from the garage, or borrowing this, borrowing that, borrowing this. You're doing this, you're doing that. You're paying for this, you're loaning the money. You're taking care of these errands. You're the one that's organizing this and that and doing all these things. As soon as you say, enough, I need a break, I feel like you're going to get some really weird energy from people. Yeah, really weird energy from people. And it kind of is like that, it's like that Eight of Wands, it's like the ants, that they just don't, they're sort of scrambling, they don't know what to do now that their source has been cut off. Okay? That's not your problem, is it? I mean, it might be a little bit, but I think you got to follow your gut on this one. Because, again, you're a very generous person. But this dream of yours is not going to last if you're sort of giving it away to everybody around you. Everybody who asks for something. Yeah. There's something very important about being generous to people. We're going to talk about the path of the serpent. And as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It's totally free. And it supports the channel, and I appreciate that. So we're talking first about the Emperor energy down here. This is your general energy. And this is you sort of battening down the hatches, bringing in all of your resources. It's kind of like when you know there's going to be a storm, you bring all the stuff from the yard into the garage, and you close the shutters and the windows, and you make sure everything's locked and make sure everything's safe and secure, right? This is you, I think, trying to be in control of these resources that you have. Even if people are sort of knocking on your door, saying, hey, I need some help, I need you, I need you, I need you. And it's very difficult to resist that, When we're over here on the path of the dove, we got that Four of Cups here in the position of what we don't want, right? When we're over here, we sort of don't want the coldness of our heart, right? When we're over here on the path of the serpent, we need that. This becomes the card we need. You need to sort of ice your heart down. You need to go a little bit cold on people. And the Emperor has kind of gone a different way. The Emperor is kind of like, now I'm refusing everybody. Now there's nothing getting through the gates. Locked this castle down. Nothing gets in or out. It's really, this is a big executive decision. There's nothing, no more. Zero. I don't care what's going on. We're not giving anybody any money, It really is kind of like we've got to protect our resources now. Yeah. And of course, the Empress, in the position of the environment, still wants to provide for everybody, still wants to take care of everybody. We could be talking about family members. We could be talking about something at work. We could be talking all of these places, right? But I wonder if these, it's a weird situation. I wonder if maybe we're talking about like your kids or grandkids. And, we all have, I think, people in our lives that are sort of like this, maybe some more than others, to a greater or lesser degree. But people in our lives that we love, we care about them, they just can't seem to get their stuff together. So every once in a while they'll come back around and be like, hey, can you help me out? And yeah, of course I can help you out. Of course I can. Right? And then they go off and they hopefully do the right thing. Who knows? They come back around a week, month, a year later. Hey, I'm in a bad spot. Can you help me out? And it gets us again. Yes, of course I can. Of course. I love you, Whether it's friends, family members, coworkers. Maybe this is all taking place at work, Maybe somebody at work is just, they always come to you for help. They've got themselves into a bind. You've got to go save the day. And it's like they're not learning their lesson here. Or it's not about them learning a lesson, it's about you learning a lesson. Right? You feed a cat once, they're going to keep coming back. Yeah. And it's not on them, that's on us. The cat's smart, knows where the food is. I feel like when you were a kid, you got left somewhere. Like you were forgotten in a store or something, yeah, when you were little. There's a karmic lesson here for you about why this is being allowed in your life. It's not a bad thing. Of course, we love people. We want to help everybody. Someone calls me up and knocks on my door. Yeah, of course I'm going to help you. Right? And if I don't answer the door, that says a lot about me. If I do answer the door, that says a lot about me. If I answer the door all the time, every single time, that says a lot about me. If I shut the door every single time, if I don't answer the phone, if I pretend I'm not home, that says a lot about me. If I do it every single time. So these two can get together, and it's not like these are the opposites. And we have to choose. I think the sun is giving you a higher perspective here. The sun is giving you the clarity that you need. How you can be generous. How you can be, an empress energy, giving. But at the same time, preserve your resources, emperor energy, because that's what the sun does. The sun has all these resources inside that it's then, able to shine its light continuously. If the sun burns its fuel too fast, I don't know what, it goes supernova, right? If it burns its resources too slowly, it's going to go white dwarf, right? It's going to contract. Gravity's going to crush it. The pressure is going to get to it. So it's about the equilibrium. How much do we give? How much do we deny? And of course, we have the implication here of fire to earth. These are the representatives of the creation, the creative act, if you will. And what's being created is the sun. The sun converts matter to energy and energy to matter. This is energy, this is matter. So combining these two, these get married, and their offspring is the sun itself. So this is the creation of yourself. Soul, right? Soul is the soul. And that's the creation of you. Now, with the Four of Cups here, sometimes we have to be unmoved by our emotions. Okay? And right now, this is the card we need. We need to hold our emotions tight. We need to not be so emotionally moved by people. Again, people come to your door, they've got a sob story. We're moved emotionally. Yeah, of course. Of course I'll help you. I love you, of course. Sometimes we have to be still, my beating heart, right? And we need the air energy. We need the rational, intellectual energy. And in this case, we don't have it. Well, what we need to do is have this solar perspective that says, okay, I have all these resources. I can't be spending faster than I'm earning, right? And I need to save some for myself and for my family and for the future and the rainy day and all this stuff. So we think about the flow of energy, the flow of resources, incoming and outgoing, and how we're burning through those resources so quickly. And we just try to see past, present, and future. I wish we had some air cards, some swords cards, so that we could approach the situation not from an emotional place, but from an intellectual place, a rational place. But maybe the rational energy isn't really necessary either. Maybe it's just this solar perspective. It's not rational, it's not emotional, it's transcendent. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles here at the end is, I think, your new behavior. It's on, and it's a one, right? This is a one-on-one sort of case. That you're not making a blanket sweeping statement. I know the Two of Wands, we want to stop. We want to cut it off, zero, nothing gets in or out. Absolutely zero, nothing, right? I think the Ace of Pentacles is saying, let's just take it on a case-by-case basis. Someone asks you for something, and in that instant, you have to see past, present, and future. In that moment, someone calls you up and says, hey, can I borrow $1? In that moment, you have to see past, present, and future to determine what you do on that case-by-case basis. One by one by one by one, not a blanket statement. Does that make sense? Let's look at the mystery card. I want to see if that, I don't know what that's going to be. I'd like to see some air energy, I think, but I don't know that it will be. Maybe the Hermit card, your power card. I think that'd be probably the best bet. Let's take a look. Five of Cups. I knew it. I didn't really know it, but I should have known it. Because the four, anytime we get a four, we start looking around for the five. Right? So that's telling me that, yes, this whole thing is about people sort of pulling on your heartstrings, manipulating you emotionally. Whether they're doing it intentionally or not. Their story, when they say, can I borrow $1? That, whatever that energy is, it's tugging at your heart. And when that happens, of course we want to help. We love, that's the kind of person you are. It's not a fault. It's not a fault. But it needs to be, I think, it needs to be looked at by a higher perspective so that you don't drain all of your resources away. And so that sometimes we try to do the tough thing. That's why we need that Four of Cups. We need to not be moved. We need to see things clearly. Because everybody's going to have their sob. Not someone just doesn't come, hey, can I borrow $1,000? We might say, yeah, sure, here. They didn't tell us a story. We don't even know why they need it. There's nothing there that's going to tug at our heartstrings. Nothing that's going to pull us emotionally. It's just a simple question. May I borrow $1,000? If they wrote it in an email or a text message. You're like, okay, well, past, present, and future. Looking at this person, the history you have with that person. Have they asked you for money before? Is this a repeat problem? What are they likely to do with the money? How reliable are they? Like, you have to assess all of these things in that moment. You have to see the past, then the present, and then the future. And in that instant, make a decision. Yeah, sure, here. But if somebody's saying, can I borrow $1,000? My family's in trouble. Our car doesn't work. I need gas. The electric bill, the phone bill, the gas bill, the heat, my radiator, whatever. It's tugging at our heartstrings, And in that case, it's sometimes difficult for us to see all of the aspects of it. Yeah. What we're going to do now is an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Virgo come every Tuesday and Saturday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.